start us off with an opening statement or two, and then we'll take questions.
I'm really proud of our kids today. This was a big win for our team and for our program. Not a lot of people in this part of the country know a lot about Wyoming, but they are a fantastic program. They're a former NIT champion. They currently average over 3,500 fans in attendance, and they are the who's who out west. They came in here with only one loss, and that was to Colorado, who will be ranked in the top 25 next week. They led late in the game, so they had a chance to win there. And honestly, if I had a vote, I would vote for Wyoming to receive votes in the top 25. This was a big win for our kids. It was a little bit tick for tack in the first half. We would hit a big shot, then they would hit a big shot. We would hit another big shot, then they would hit another big shot. So I was happy with our offensive execution, yet I didn't feel like we could get consecutive stops against them, and that was going to be an issue for us that we needed to correct at halftime. And I thought our kids came out. We had a 2-point lead, 50-48 at the 14-minute mark, and came out and held them to the 8-minute mark scoreless and went on an 11-0 run. That was the turning point of the game. We changed some things defensively. Jesse Fleming, who's our defensive coordinator, made some adjustments for us that when I was a defensive coordinator here last year, I would not have done. So I've got to give him a lot of credit. He did some things that I'm not used to that we rolled with, and it paid off for us. If people think we were the underdog going into this game flat out, and the statistics show that, we averaged 61 points, they averaged 69. They shoot 45% from the field, we shoot 37. They shoot 37% from the arc, we shoot 31. At every statistical category, scoring-wise and defensively, they led. So our kids were very honed in today, and I'm really proud of their effort, because this is an excellent win against essentially a top 25 team. As my AD told me as I was walking off the floor, there were mirror images. I mean, you have Chandra Sewell, the starting 5 player for Wyoming. She matched up head-to-head with Alexis Rogers really well. Sickles, their starting 4 player, loves to shoot the 3. Danielle loves to shoot the 3, our starting 4. So you had a lot of matchups that evened out, and like I said, our defensive stretch from the 14-minute mark to the 8-minute mark was the big difference in the game. And I'm just really ecstatic about this win and how hard our kids played. And the crowd today, they helped us along. It's the holiday season. It's tough. Everybody's out shopping, doing family things, but we needed all that support that we got today. You hear coaches talk about trap games as well around the Christmas time, because exams are over and everybody's looking forward to going home, but our kids have not checked out, and they stepped up today, and that showed in the final score.
With all of that said about Wyoming, were you surprised at how easy you guys made it look at least?
No, we executed really well. I feel like we got the ball inside. And I felt like we could score inside and be aggressive with some of our offensive looks, because they average 12 fouls a game. They will play behind you defensively, and they will challenge you to make shots. And honestly, when you look at our shooting percentages, that's probably the best way to play us. Dare us to make shots. And considering they have a better field goal percentage and a better free throw percentage and a better 3-point percentage, that was the right roll of the dice by their coach. Their staff is extremely well. I mean, they're one of the top coaching staffs in the country, bar none.
They dare you guys to make shots, and based on the stats, it's a good strategy. Will you talk a little bit about your kids making the shots, though?
We did. Chrissy Steffen had, as you interviewed earlier, had a fantastic game. I mean, she lit it up from every which way. She was 9 of 11 and 3-3. I could not get her enough shots. I was nervous that she would get a little tired. They did try and change up some defensive strategy against her late in the second half. We like to wing ball screen her a lot and have Chrissy attack. They took that away, so we decided to run Chrissy off some stagger screens, some flare screens, to get her some looks, and she kept attacking. We write anywhere between 4 to 7 goals or keys before every game, and the first key today was have an attack mentality. From the guards, turning the corner, coming off ball screens, or shooting off of staggers, and for our post, getting low block catches with them playing behind we were able to win today because they had that intact mentality, and Chrissy Steffen led the way with that.
The other key that you didn't mention was their average over 40 rebounds a game, and we were actually able to out-rebound them. That had to be a big factor. Chrissy said it was because you were playing behind a lot on defense, and that led the box out to rebounds. Do you agree with that?
We actually averaged 40 rebounds a game, they actually 42. So it's close to being the same. But yes, we did want to play behind them. Typically, we went to three-quarter, so you have an arm and a leg kind of around them. But with us being straight behind, I think that did put us in better defensive rebounding position. But we've honestly been rebounding the ball really well, and that started in the game against Colorado State, carried over to Butler, and even with Northwestern when we were outsized as in that game as well.
Coach, without killing us on X's and O's, will you talk a little bit about what defensively you guys did in that shutout stretch, that 14 to 8-minute mark?
They are a fantastic offensive rebounding team. You saw that particularly at the end when they got a couple offensive rebounds off of some missed free throws, and we wanted to have all 5 box out. As silly as that sounds, in practice in recent games we'll get 3 out of 5 boxing out, but we did play behind in the post. We did want to challenge shooters, and it was a point of emphasis to go and find people to box long with how well they shoot the ball from the arc. If it wasn't going in, then there's going to be a long rebound, but that was a point of emphasis. That was key number 4, not key number 1, but it was up there. But I feel like we've done a really good job of rebounding the ball, especially Jillian Haffels. I thought she stepped up and made some foul shots for us, but she's been rebounding the ball really well. The first couple games where she rebounded well, I swear a lot of them fell to her. Today she went and got them, and that was a big key because we haven't had a big-time rebounding guard, honestly, since a K-Doctor or Lindsay